Hello again, basketball fans. Welcome to High School Hoops Weekly. I'm Rachel George, joined by Tim Hauer. It is our last edition of the year. State championships just wrapped up, and I am sorry to say no winners this year. East Bladen loses again, third time in 4 years. You were at the game. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, that team they ran into was just had too many players for them.
Right.
I was live chatting, and I put at one point on there that it's tough to win a game 2-on-5. I said that East Bladen had the two best players on the court, which I think that they did.
Yes.
But Salisbury's had about 6 players that were better than East Bladen's third, and that's what we talked about all year, is that they needed that third person to step up, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, and definitely Coach Patty Evers frustrated. It wasn't their best game. Some of the players struggled. It was tough. She said we've hidden behind Jasmine and CJ, Jasmine Kemp and Courtney Melvin all year, and then you get against a team with that kind of balance that Salisbury had. You just can't hide that drop off. Kemp and Melvin are D1 players, but she really issued a challenge to the rest of the girls on that team. They're only graduating 3 seniors, none of them start, so all of the starters are coming back, but they might not be starters. She's saying we need to get better over the summer for next year if we want to have a chance to come back and try to take the 2A title next year.
And it'll be tough, because I was reading on the Charlotte Observer website, and Langston Works had a post on there about how Salisbury's got everybody back, plus a freshman who's already getting ACC interest.
Right.
So, it's going to be tough for them next year. Because they're going to have to run into the same team probably.
Exactly. Well, and talking to Coach Patty Evers this week, we've said they're by far the best girls team in the area, and their conference, the difference between first and second, it's, huge. She's talking about trying to play some 4As, schedule some tougher schools. They always scrimmage the Fayetteville 4A schools. So I think 2 keys for them is they got to have that third and maybe even that fourth player. Some of these younger girls really need to focus over the summer on getting better, and then play tougher competition before you get to the playoffs. Because I think the toughest game they faced, it was the north side in the sectional final. Before that, they had 26 games that were kind of a cakewalk. So I guess we'll see if they can come back next year. And we should note, because I said we would, you can say it, you were right.
Yeah, we'll go back right now to a clip about 3 weeks ago where I predicted that East Bladen was going to lose to Salisbury in the state championship.
How will the East Bladen girls finish in the state tournament this year? And Tim Hauer gets to go first this time.
All right, this is tough because Patty Evers is one of my favorite coaches, and I really love her. I think she does a great job with them. And they've lost the last 2 years, so my heart wants to say they're going to win it this year, but Salisbury is just so good. They won it last year. We just looked at their stats, really balanced. I think they have like 8 players averaging over 3 rebounds a game. They've got 2 girls averaging double figures, a third one at 8.6, and I think that's where the difference is. East Bladen's got the 2 really good players, but I think depth is what leads Salisbury to the state championship.
You did, and Patty didn't want me to predict it. I really thought they had a chance this year, but I think they got a good chance to get back next year. I'm not calling a win yet, though.
I think that's smart.
All right, well, that'll do it for us this season. We really appreciated you joining along. But for Tim Hauer and myself, Rachel George, this has been High School Hoops Weekly on StarNewsOnline.com.
Bye.